everybody. I'm doing a 15-minute session for a client. I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to meet you, get to know you through this experience, dive into these goals of yours, and help. And thank you for sharing with us here on YouTube. If any of you guys are interested in experiencing an individual session with me, go to my website, abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. You can book sessions there. I'm also offering sessions on Patreon at a reduced cost, live streaming. You can check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. All right, I'm going to read your goals here and we'll get started. So you say, "Hi Abby, I'm so excited to have a session with you. I'd like your help clearing trauma from my heart. I have a lot of painful memories from past relationships, and I still feel them, even though I've healed and grown a lot stronger and more self-aware. Thank you so much for all you do." All right. Thank you. Trauma from past relationships that are still echoing in the present day. So even though you feel like you've grown a lot, you've healed a lot, you still experience memories resurfacing, things like that. Clearing trauma from heart, from painful memories from past relationships that you're still feeling today. Okay. All right. We're going to get in the zone here. All right, let's see what we can do to help. I'm still circulating and digesting your request. Usually I feel more articulate, more almost like grounded. And so I'm just going to choose to be me, grounded, and I'm going to say to the universe, what is the most meaningful guidance, most meaningful healing, most meaningful new level of self-awareness, the clearing of echoes. It's almost like we can define things in words and we're really nailing it. This is the best of our ability to define it. Something feels undefined. So all I can do is just say this, tell you this is how it feels, and then let's just see what comes, okay? So I literally have to start this by saying there's a sensation of undefined, and it's in between the words. It's something deeper than the words, and we're going to dive into that. Okay. They are not letting me get off of this. It's almost like okay. So all right, this has been coming to me a lot recently. I don't know if it's some sort of collective thing, maybe it's a Mercury retrograde thing. When we get triggered, let's say, we see that triggering event, and I like to describe it like a tree, okay? We can see the trunk of the tree, very obviously, and then there's all these branches here. And so we define the trigger as what we can see, the trunk of the tree, right? The trigger is obviously this. Now, if you were to get a shovel, go deeper than the tree, you would find all these roots. And so you found the definition. The definition works. It's like the trunk of the tree. We see it. We experience it. It's got to be this, right? But it appears as though there's the question mark that is existing beneath the surface, and we have to find the root of where this is coming from. What's interesting is you're saying that you've healed and you've grown a lot, and yet this stuff is still echoing. So there's something deeper than the surface of your memories. There's something deeper. We've got to find the root of where this is coming from so that we can heal it. And then it's like your body is trying to tell you something by creating these echoes, and we point it back to what seems to be the obvious. but there's something else not healed yet. So there we go. And let's see what my guides say next, okay? Yeah, this is on the right track. Oh man, you're kind of like, well then it's hopeless. Like you're kind of like, we'll never figure this out. It's like you're echoing to me that, okay, well, if we have to find this unhealed root, then it's hopeless. Like, we'll never find it. We'll never find it. I mean, you're kind of just like, I give up then. I've done all this healing and this growing. I thought maybe it would just be obvious, and now I guess it's not obvious. This is deeper dive, and I don't even know what this is. What is it? Help me. All right. I'm just listening here and looking. Oh, something you don't want to look at. And, oh man, this makes me feel really, oh my God. It's a combination of a physical sensation and an emotional sensation that has a flavor to it. The emotional sensation tastes like scrambled eggs with cheese, okay? And for some reason, the energy is like running up and down my right arm. And I feel like aluminum foil that's being crinkled and twisted, okay? And it doesn't make cheesy eggs even sound yummy at all. It makes me feel like this is gross. You're feeding me barf. It has something that you're not aware of about yourself, and this is a hardcore thing. Because you even get cold, you get weak in the knees. This is extremely innocent, what this is about. You can't breathe, you can't... What this is about is it literally, you might as well just vaporize and disappear forever. Done. And it's not like you want that. It's like the knee-jerk reaction. Whatever this is about, what it means to your soul instantly is like, well, might as well vaporize, I'm done. Knee-jerk reaction. Bet. There's no conceivable next step. Vaporize, done, okay? That's it. That's the end of it. That's why you feel like it's hopeless, because something inside you knows deep down inside that how your soul is reacting to this makes it feel like there's not even in a million years are we going to be able to deal with this. That's why it feels hopeless to your human self, okay? Because a million years to a human being's like, oh God, I can't even handle freaking 50 years. God, I can't freaking handle 100. No, I cannot handle a million. The human being's like, no, please, no more time. Too long. Helps just to have this conversation, even if it doesn't solve the problem. It's almost like just talking is just helping, you know. Maybe you don't have anybody to talk to. It's like maybe someone to talk to that could actually understand you. Like, but I don't know if that's necessarily like I'm putting my finger on it quite yet, but because you can't even understand you. And this is confusing. Even I, at the beginning of your session, even I have to start with something else here. We're going to work with your words, but I'm going to have to go somewhere, and I don't know what it is either. That this is what's coming to me, and this is how we're going to have to work on it. Oh man, you've got some doors that you lock tight, and you don't want anybody to see what's on the other side of those doors. This is soul level stuff, okay? This is like what you have hidden in the closet of your soul, okay? What is it though? What is one of these? Like, it seems kind of daunting at first, but then it might be oddly, inconceivably simple. Because I feel like I'm opening one of these and it's just like an empty kitchen. Oh my God, I don't know why when I say that it's just an empty kitchen, it is creating the slow buildup of trauma. I keep echoing an empty kitchen. This is hard. It's an empty kitchen. What it represents... Okay, let's just parallel like feast with family, warm embraces, warm exchanges. We like to, get people together and enjoy food, and I don't know, the Super Bowl or something, like food and people and building memories, Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff like this, okay? You say, kind of like you wave your hand like, no. I say, okay, well, why don't you, I'm going to put you in the empty kitchen and then you tell me, where do we go from here? Why is this behind door number 1? Oh, you want to know the answer to a question. Can you blame yourself? Are you to blame for these relationships or the outcome of these relationships? This is really important to you to know the answer to the ultimate question, that which is, am I to blame? Did I do something to cause all of this? Or was it them? Okay? I mean, you're really very boldly serious. So I take that seriously. And so let me find out. Let's find out. Are you to blame? I mean, you really want an answer specifically to that question. Interesting. The hand. What's this gesture? Like, blah, blah. But I experience your guides. Their response is no answer is going to satisfy you. If the answer is yes, you want to know, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? The answer is no. It's like, well, then why? It's just, you kind of are attached to the question. You're very much so attached, like roped in. You're rug burn level, roped into this question. Like, you can't go anywhere until you get an answer to this. It's almost like you still exist in these relationships because you still need to know the answer to this question. You still relive the relationships and you're looking for an answer, like some kind of new viewpoint, new way of looking at things, new way of looking at yourself through the relationships. Like, it's almost, is it obsessed with relooking at the memories? To understand yourself, like, I mean, it's a growing tool. Maybe these relationships are the reason why you are so strong. The question is then, why did they happen? Or why did you, like, what are we still holding on to exactly? Maybe the reason why the doors seem daunting is because of the simplicity of the actual response. And you don't want to let go. And it's as simple as just letting go. But that's the one thing that you don't want or you can't do. So you can't grow. You've grown so much, but you're going to have to let go to find out what the next level of growth is. Oh, you're like you're fuming. I mean, I see the little drawing and like there's little wavy lines above your head because you're getting like hot and fumy. Okay, you still feel like you're misunderstood. Oh. Okay, so this is the weirdest thing. There's a trap door and you open it up and then you're taking me downstairs and we're going down a ladder into like a small kind of underground little wooden space. Looks like there's hay in here and a donkey. and you're rummaging around, and I don't know what, there's just stuff. I don't even know what the stuff is, but you're tossing things and it's just like energy, and you're rummaging through energy to find something in particular. It's almost like, do you actually know maybe the answers to your own questions, but you need somebody else to maybe agree with you or something? Like, you're showing me the way so that I can get the clues and the hints, so that I can just tell you exactly what you've been saying all along. Like, no, is that what you want? Or you silently say that you know there is something wrong about you. And you kind of squeak out that maybe it isn't the relationships, maybe it's me, and I want to know what is wrong with me. Oh man, that's crucial. I mean, I hear a ruler snap. It wouldn't like snap like that after you say that. Like, you silently, mouth doesn't move, you just echo that to me in my heart. What's wrong with you? Okay. You see what comes to me. I'm gonna judge you. My guys say no. We're not gonna tell you what's wrong with you based on ego. It's almost like I wanted to challenge that, like, see how far I can push you into believing whatever I say, which isn't, it's almost like in the energy world, you're so vulnerable and so weak about this. It's almost like I could say anything, and it's like, but you need to be strong in yourself. Like, this is where we're off foot here. This is where we're off foot here. And I feel inspired to challenge you back with that statement. But my guides are like, okay, we're gonna no ego. We're not gonna challenge this very vulnerable you. Okay, I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna find out deeply and honestly the depths of truth, the truest depths of the divine truth. No joke here. What is wrong with you? Okay. I mean, this is serious. Like, your deep subconscious self actually, and we're talking about one version of yourself that's very profoundly prominent, okay, is wanting to know the answer to this. This is a big deal. Okay, let me see what comes to me. Okay, what is wrong with you? Let me see. You need other people's approval. You need it, actually, because you can't exist without it. You can't exist without other people's approval. It's almost like you've decided somewhere, this is so interesting, that you can't exist without judgment. If there isn't judgment, then there is no existence to be had in our material, physical, human world. Zero. I never, it's like I think, therefore I am. It's like, I am judged, therefore I exist. I mean, this is really wound tight here. This is hardcore. I mean, my heart turns to little tiny miniature ice cubes, and they just like ding, 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 fall, but they kind of rebuild themselves. You need approval. And you can't exist without it. But you can't cope with approval that, because you strive so hard to receive approval that is valuing of you and saying you did it, good job, nice work there, you did it. So when you receive that praise, it validates who you are on the level that you want to be valued. Okay, so people acknowledge you and tell you what an awesome person you are. Okay, that helps you exist. So you would strive very, very hard to receive that You would strive hard to receive that validation. Now imagine you have a relationship with somebody, let's just say a narcissist, and they're the awesome, right? So you are going to help them feel valued the way that you would want an it would be impossible almost for that person to value you, because they can only value themselves. But you would need value from the one person that you wouldn't be able to get it from. You need to be validated. You would need to be validated by somebody who could never validate you. They would never be able to be grateful for you, because you should be doing everything for them. You should want to. And if you're not, then, there must be something wrong with you, right? And so if you're not getting that from the most impossible person, that would be the hardest person, most challenging person to receive it from, it's almost like if you can't receive it from that person, then you can't, then you're struggling with your existence. That's literally it. You're struggling to exist. That's why this keeps echoing back. This is the conundrum beneath the surface. High five. That was really awesome. I mean, the things that you just that was such a cool session. Thank you. I'm a little disoriented because, that really went deep into what is like a space between, like right in between the heart and the emotional gut. And I feel it, and I feel a bit shaky from it. Like this might be a wow epiphany. Maybe you kind of knew that, or maybe you needed to know that. You needed to hear that. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. All right. I hope you all have a great day.